Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us on this live webinar today. I hope you are having a great day. We are really excited about this webinar and we hope the same for you. On this webinar, we would be discussing everything you need to know about upgrading from Navision to Business Central. I'll kickstart this webinar with a quick introduction about myself and Dynamic Square. My name is Rishabh and I'm a part of business development team with Dynamic Square. I have around 5 years of experience in the ERP industry. If I tell you about Dynamic Square, we are a team of committed professionals and we are associated with Microsoft for close to 10 years now. We have done a number of successful projects and upgrades over the past years, and we are catering to a number of customers all over the globe, not just in Australia. I'll quickly jump to the webinar agenda. So we will discuss about the Business Central in general, and we will also be discussing about what's new in Business Central. We will talk about technology modernization, and we will talk about the available upgrade paths to go to Business Central. In the end, we will also be discussing about the offer which is available from Microsoft for existing customers if they want to go to Business Central. And during this webinar, you will also have the option to post your questions through the chat window available on your screen. Whenever you have any question, just shoot it to us and we will be happy to take it up and answer the question for you. And from this point onwards, I'll hand it over to my colleague Sahil to speak more about Business Central.
Thanks, Rishabh. Thanks for kicking off this presentation. Hi, everyone. Uh, I would like to thanks the audience of this live session for joining. A quick introduction about myself. I am Sahil Kumar, Solutions Architect, Dynamics 365 at Dynamics Square. Having a total of 9+ years of experience and having done more than 10 upgrades from various versions to Business Central, I'm very excited introducing you to Business Central. Before I start off, I'll just reiterate what Rishabh said. I would request our live audience to ask away their questions in the Q&A chat box. Our moderator will try to cover the questions in the chat itself, or we will cover the remaining questions during the Q&A session of our webinar, which is in the end. Before we move to discussing Business Central at length, I would like to speak about Dynamics 365 in general and what Microsoft is doing in this exciting space where AI and big data has already started impacting our lives. Microsoft has created a digital feedback loop to help you connect data and gain clarity on interdependencies between the people that run your business and your products, operational dependencies, deficiencies, and customers. Added intelligence at each step can improve your business process and outcomes. Real-time intelligence using AI and automations using Power Platform will allow you to learn from different scenarios and adjust your approach as you progress. Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform are built on Microsoft Azure. It supports users to control Azure data and modify their applications. Dynamics 365 offers LOB, that is line of business applications across commerce, service, marketing, sales, talent, FinOps, and supply chain, and their SMB ERP platform called Business Central. This was formerly Nav or Navision, as you must have been known or using it before. These applications are infused with data intelligence. They represent a modern, unified, intelligent, and nimble approach. They work great independently, but they work even better when they are together. So Dynamics 365 is not just Business Central, but much more. In the coming few slides, we will discuss how Business Central can revolutionize the way your team works. Then it's you who will decide how do you want to transform your business. Let's take a look at what is Business Central and give you a brief overview. Dynamics 365 Business Central connects your people and processes with a single unified solution so data can be quickly and easily shared with key people throughout your company. You have access to the most current accurate data So you're making the most informed decision possible. For example, the second a sales rep in the field makes a change to a customer quote, it gets reflected in the numbers being pulled for a forecast report back at the office. With more accurate information at your fingertips, decisions have a bigger impact on the bottom line. Functions like payroll, banking, and CRM systems are just as integrated. So people can share the most current data and respond to customers' requests and queries faster with the most accurate information. So why upgrade? Some of us say we are happy where we are. This is where we do not realize that the technology is changing its landscape and quick adaptation will give your company a first mover advantage and a competitive edge. So let me show you how Microsoft is changing the landscape with Business Central. With modernization in technology, world is moving towards reliable, secure, and cost-effective SaaS solutions. This has enticed Microsoft to bring about technology modernization never seen before. This in turn has effect on your business processes, giving you the ability to solve problems leveraging data and AI. So transform finance with automated reporting. Take advantage of predictive analytics for intelligent recommendations. Unify data and connected processes, apps, and systems. Adapt your business requirements and gain actionable insights in real time. So we'll talk about how Microsoft is transforming business operations and technology modernization one by one. Coming on to business operations, you can optimize your team's productivity by empowering them with powerful solutions which evolves with time, making your team more efficient and allow them to focus on what really matters. So you optimize your team's productivity with seamless integrated processes and tasks, centralize or distribute financial management with embedded reporting and predictive financial analytics. Business Central is a single source of intelligence with role-based workspaces and it is tightly integrated with other Microsoft Office 365 apps. It comes in various devices such as mobile, both Android and iOS, tablets, desktops, and laptops alike. Role-based workspaces has changed how the users interact with the system and allow them to focus on their work. Integration with other Office 365 apps such as Microsoft Outlook, Excel, and Word has given people flexibility to perform their duties in a productive way. In the forthcoming slides, we will explore these aspects one by one with live demos. Deploy in the cloud, on-premise, or with a hybrid approach. No matter your requirements for data residency, compliance, or security, you can run your business wherever and however you need. A universal mobile-enabled user experience means the users have the same powerful, intuitive experience across deployments and devices. With this, I will take you to my Android mobile screen where I have downloaded Business Central app from Play Store and logged in with my Office 365 ID. Imagine you are on the go and an urgent purchase order needs your approval, or you want the sales figure for the current month, or just simply want to register customer without logging into Business Central web client. You can do it all on the mobile app. This ensures a seamless mobile experience, which is missing in current versions. So for example, I want to register a customer or I want to create a sales order. I can simply see the screen and perform whatever actions I want on the mobile device. I have some dashboards and reports which I can view on the mobile device as well. I have many charts. For example, I want to see income and expenses. So that chart will appear. There's a slight delay in the refresh. So I'll hold on. You can view other dashboards and reports as well, such as your trial balance. So you can see you can do a lot more with mobile app uh, on the go. Moving on to role-based workspaces. Role-based workspaces provide a high-level view of key business metrics and make it possible to drill down into transaction and KPIs. Ultimately, this makes it easier to monitor and accelerate business performance. A project manager, an inventory manager, or a customer service rep play different roles in your company. So, how the landing page that they will see achieve the same level of efficiency for each of them? Of course, they all have a different landing page or and a different set of actions that they see on their role centers. There are a lot of out of the box roles that are available. However, we can add more roles if required in future. Shorten the time from quote to cash. When you set up the customers or vendor, create quotes, process orders, and submit invoices without leaving Outlook. Yes, it is that tightly integrated. Microsoft Office integration capabilities empower teams to be more productive with seamless access to Microsoft Office apps using Dynamics 365 Business Central. Let me show you a demo. This is my inbox. This customer has sent me a request for a quote, and this customer could be inquiring anything. So where does your staff starts the day usually? Checking their mails. What if I give you an ability to do most of the task without leaving Outlook? Customer drops you an email and inquires about their balance or queries about a posted invoice or an order which is open. No worries. Click a button and it will show you all the information. So this is a Business Central add-in based on the email ID, which is linked with the customer in Business Central. It is displaying all the information for that customer, such as their balance, their sales, YTD sales, their open orders, their posted invoices, and other statistics which your customer service reps may require to solve the customer queries real time. Further in the presentation, we will also see how you can use this Outlook client to create sales quote directly from Outlook. So we will come back to this. Another example of seamless integration is Microsoft Excel. No need to do laborious task of creating a journal in ERP. Edit in Excel, export the Excel file real time and create journals on Excel. Update back in Business Central in click of a button. No need to copy across any information by using copy and paste function when open in Excel function is available at most places. Up until here, it was about improving productivity. But what about another prime concern for most of our customers, which is reporting? Worrying about MIS reporting will be issues of the good old days. Let me show you how. From data to action, Microsoft has invested and continues to invest in decision automation and support through turnkey capabilities. In a nutshell, it answers what we often to struggle and find answers in our business. What happened? Through dashboards and reports, which is a very intuitive experience. Why did it happen? Through interactive dashboards with slicers using Power BI. Their Microsoft is investing in big data analytics. Hence, they have embedded Power BI inside of Business Central, which is another key capability which can enhance user experience immensely. What will happen? Forecasting tools such as cash flow, inventory, and late payment forecasting is helping to make predictions. What should I do? Using artificial intelligence, Microsoft is investing heavily in decision automation. Let me show you how. Through machine learning and AI, you can drive productivity from assets and resources and align your employees towards strategic goals. The extension uses Azure's AI to predict future sales based on your sales history to help you avoid inventory shortage. For example, when you choose an item on items page, and as you can see on my screen, the chart in the item forecast pane shows the estimated sales of the item in the coming period. This way, you can see if you're likely to run out of stocks of the items soon. Collaborate across your organization and supply chain to make better and faster decisions. The image analyzer extension uses powerful image analytics provided by Computer Vision API for Microsoft Cognitive Services to detect attributes in the images that you import from items and contact persons. So you can easily assign review them on the items or the contacts. For items, attributes could be whether it is a table or a car and whether it is red or blue. For contact persons, attributes can be gender or age. Let me take you to show you how AI impact your team's productivity immensely. So here the customer has asked me for an order or for a quote for a London swivel chair and Antwerp conference table in quantities 7 and 2 respectively. So I'm sitting in Outlook client. One option I have is to go to the web client and create the order. Another option I have directly in Outlook. In Outlook, I can create sales quote, sales invoice, sales order, and purchase related documents as well. So let us try to click on sales quote and see what happens. So based on what the customer has asked a quote of, uh, my system or the AI has identified the items from the system directly. I can simply select and click OK. This has created a sales quote which is synced with your web client as well. And this is a common database that is working for both of them. So this is how Microsoft is investing heavily and continues to improve the tighter integration between the Office products and Business Central. Everyone is hearing a lot about these buzzwords nowadays. Big data. Power BI is just that. I'm not trying to sell Power BI, but you can design your reports. In good old days, we talked a lot about traditional reporting systems such as SSRS and traditional reporting systems, but that has all changed. Let me take you to Business Central. I have embedded one report on the dashboard, and you can actually embed multiple reports. So if I click on select reports, I have multiple reports that I can uh, view. But for the sake of this demo, let me show you, expand and show you this report. Sorry about that. Let me switch this report to revenue and profitability. Expand. So I am living inside Business Central right now. This is my role space, and this is the report that I've developed or I've got in Power BI. I've published that or put that report directly in Business Central. I can interact with this report directly in Business Central. So you can create a culture where your employee can make decisions based on fact and not opinions. This report where I'm visually looking at, it is looking at the parameters of my profitability and revenue on my fingertips. And look how easy it is to interact with this report. For example, I want to find out uh, how my revenue and profitability is impacted in Europe region. So I can simply interact with the report and ask what uh, to change the report parameters based on Europe. So I need to simply click the region Europe, North America or South America, whichever one I want, and it will change the report on the go. Finance teams with appropriate rights and access control can take advantage of predefined finance reports. It moves beyond traditional reporting constraints, empowering businesses to efficiently create and edit various types of reports. Allow financial and business professionals to create, maintain, deploy, and view financial statements using account schedules. Design report with more flexibility using out-of-the-box report designer. Manage the generation and distribution of reports using financial report collaboration capabilities. Use interactive report viewing to change different attributes and filters and find the report and the data that you need. Moving to technology modernization, not just business, but technology is evolving at fast pace. If we could only uh, someone make ERP deployments as easy as installing an app on my iPhone or Android. Oh yes, but Microsoft has done it. Let me show you how. You can effectively manage and operate your business central from an environment. You can personalize your solutions using tools like Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and the Common Data Service. You can extend your solution even further with a powerful development environment, APIs, and a comprehensive app store. It's secure and reliable. No more dependencies on IT team to manage your environment. Deployment and installations made easy. No need to arrange for installation of fat clients into any of the user machines. Browser is where you access, mobile is where you access. No more requirement of AMCs and dependencies on third-party vendors to manage your IT infra or spending humongous amount of money on manpower to manage it. Manage Dynamics 365 through a tenant administration center. You can create and manage production environments, set notifications, view telemetry, and manage extensions all at one place. And yes, you can also restore your environment on a backdate and time in case anything goes wrong. I dream of creating an app to solve a problem for a line of business. If only I knew how to code, one of my customers says. I ask, but why? Why do you need to code? Power Apps and Power Automate are revolutionary tools enabling you to create your own automations and apps completely code free, enabling finance teams to improve productivity across their business with an integrated application platform that combines Power BI, Power Apps, and Power Automate to automate workflow, improve business productivity, and analyze data for insights. Take advantage of pre-built Power Automate templates with frequently used applications to track and respond to business events as they happen. Integrate Power Apps with Power Automate to trigger workflows from within apps or combine Power Apps with Power BI to drive business data analytics. Organizations often require a rapid building of purpose-built LOB line of business apps. This may require data from many sources, whether these are from cloud services, on-premise data, or business applications such as Dynamics 365. Power Apps and Power Automate provide integration via connectors and gateways out of the services they are already using. So you can push and pull data from Business Central using Power Apps and their embedded gateways. This will help you to create your own apps using Power Apps, automate your business processes using Power Automate. As powerful as Power BI, Power App, and Automate are, there are times where you want to go one step further and use an existing app available in a market. The need for you to connect two different systems is a common scenario. Payroll and e-commerce are some of the most common scenarios. No more dependencies on partners to install the objects. You can simply install the apps available in Microsoft App Source, just like you do in your mobile apps using Play Store or any other app store, as you may say. Microsoft have made a major investment in APIs for you to use and integrate other specialized systems of other areas of your business. The API capabilities has enhanced tremendously and will continue to improve in coming times as Microsoft is investing heavily in it. Talking a little bit about Microsoft App Source, it's a one destination for business to discover, trial, and acquire new line of business SaaS apps. It simplifies the discovery and acquisition of line of business apps. It's an ecosystem where business users get started faster on these apps. It's an ecosystem where there are wizards that helps you to install and configure these apps very quickly. So to sum up, what is overall Dynamics 365 or Business Central? So it's a Azure cloud platform, which is the data centers of which are spread throughout the world. It is a data and intelligent platform through common data services, connectors and gateways and AI platforms. Using Power Platform in which you can automate, create your own apps, create your own reports, based on which it is improving the process and productivity using Dynamics 365 Business Central and its tighter integration with Office 365. And whatever is not available, you can go to Microsoft App Stores and take advantage of ISV and partner ecosystem. We often get these queries from the customers: where will my data be stored? We understand and I that each country or each nation can have their own requirements for data residency and their own local laws. So for almost all the major countries, they have the local data center. For example, for United States, Canada, emerging markets, Europe, Oceania, which is primarily our Australia, where our Australian data centers are, and Asia. So one of the primary concerns that the customer asks us, and we frequently face these questions: what will be my service availability? Will there be any downtime? Microsoft ensures 99.9% service availability on month-to-month basis. In an unfortunate event of a disaster, Microsoft has a super cool disaster recovery mechanism which restores everything in less than 24 hours. And Microsoft offers a monthly credit service as well. So this was about technology modernization, business operation modernizations, how Business Central can revolutionize, increase productivity of your staff, of your business, and how you can benefit from it. But what about what are the various paths that are available for you for upgrading to Business Central? So why? First, before we move on to that, let's just summarize why do you need to move to Business Central. You can reduce your cost by simplifying your deployments. You can retire need for maintenance of servers for your ERP. You will never need to upgrade again. This is a point where which we probably have not spoken in length, but in general, Microsoft, once you go on Business Central Online, Microsoft has two major upgrades in a year coming out in April and October. And every month they do minor upgrades and bug fixing. So that upgrades gets rolled out on your tenant automatically, or we can schedule that as well. Um, so you once you upgrade to Business Central Online, you will never need to upgrade again. You can extend your apps using LOB apps via extensions through Microsoft App Source. You can reduce your technology gap between an on-prem and a SaaS technology. You can have a mobile, simplified, and seamless experience using various clients that are available. So what is the nav to Business Central or GP or SL migration process? So this migration process is divided in 4 steps: analysis, migration. In migration, we will talk about both about customizations and data, training and UAT, and then final migration. So let's start with analysis and dig further down into it. In analysis phase, we do review the existing customizations, do technical analysis and functional analysis of a database. We draw out how customized your database is or how standard your database is. This is where we form our approach of how we are going to upgrade. We are going to talk a little bit more about approach in our next slides. How we can formulate our plans on upgrading your nav to Business Central. Migration of customizations and data, which includes a technical upgrade, migrating which includes all your customizations that you have in your previous version, migrating your data to online version if we chose to go with the approach where we all want all the legacy data coming into Business Central Online. We also do testing, functionality, and fixing from our side. Re-engineering customization, because the nature of deployment has changed from on-prem to online. So there might be a couple of things that we need to re-engineer. We connect external reporting tools such as Jet and give you this at least the same reporting experience that you have previously plus more what you get extra out of Business Central. Then once we are ready with our migrated database with all the customizations and data, we go to the users for training or user acceptance testing. The first step is training the users on the new UI. Uh, that is the user interface. Then the users do the complete functionality testing from their side, and we also parallelly train them on the new functionalities which are available in Business Central, and they can start leveraging that almost at the time of go live. Once the users are happy in their training and UAT and they've tested their entire process, we move towards final migration and post go live handholding. So let's talk approaches. There are various permutations and there is no one way. Every customer is unique. There are various permutations and combinations you can do. And there are basically four pillars where we need to take decisions and formulate our approach. These four pillars are data, customizations, ISV solutions, and integrations. Let's talk about data. So we can do implementations or formulate implementations in two ways. We can do the implementation with historical data, or we can do implementation as a fresh implementation with opening balances. So this is the first thing that we need to decide which of the two we want. The second pillar, customization. We at the time of analysis phase, we draw out how customized your system is, and then we take a decision. Do we want to upgrade to Business Central with full customizations that you have in your system? The customization report includes everything, your uh, process customization, report customizations, and any other customizations that you might have on your current system. Or we can go with selective customizations if you want to. But let's say we've listed down the 10 customizations that we have. 8 have become redundant out of that, and 2 we actively use. So it helps us to greatly enhance the time and cost factors if we go decide to go with selective customizations as well. Or we can decide in a couple of instances that we have implemented for our customers, they've decided to go without customizations and fresh implementations as well, just to get rid of all the clutter that they used to have in their previous systems. The next pillar is ISV solutions. ISV solutions that you're currently using, such as um, in the previous versions, I think it was up until 2016 nav, uh, you didn't have the EFT module as a out of the box solution. So there was always most of our customers during that time went with a third party who offers a EFT solution for them, for which they pay a yearly, monthly, maintenance plan as well. So we have during the upgrade, we have recommended customers, because now EFT module is available in the base system. We have recommended them to switch their existing usage to that out of the box Business Central EFT. This helps them to avoid that recurring cost that they pay to the third party vendor as well. This is just one example. There could be other ISV solutions that you may be using, which may or may not be available in standard Business Central. So we decide if we want to go with ISVs, we want to go without ISVs, or we want to switch to standard configurations. The last pillar is integrations. Sometimes uh, some of our customers have integrations such as EDI integrations or any other third-party integrations which they have made based on file. We transition that to a API-based integration instead of file-based. This is one example. There could be other types of integration that might need re-engineering, or you may or may not want that in your newer systems. Some of our customers have also integrated their systems with websites. Some of our customers are also using ISV solutions. So each customer is unique. This is the four major things that we discussed during the analysis phase, and formulate our plans on how to move forward. So from here on, I would request Rishabh, and I will hand back the baton to him to discuss the current offers and benefits to the existing users of Dynamics Nav. Over to you, Rishabh.
Thanks, Sahil. That was a lot of valuable information. I hope the webinar attendees found it useful. Now here is an interesting part. Recently, we all dealt with COVID situation on a personal level. Businesses were no exception. It became financially challenging for organizations to cope up with their expenses. To make their ERP expenses convenient and manageable, Microsoft came up with a great offer. The offer is available for all on-premise customers, meaning if you use Dynamics Navision, SL or GP, you can take advantage of this offer. If you are active on your enhancement plan, then you have the option to renew or to pay BREP through cloud solution provider. When you do this, you receive two benefits majorly. One, instead of having to pay all the BREP amount in one go, you get an option to pay it in 12 equal monthly installments. And when you decide to go for Business Central upgrade, you will also get a 60% discount on Business Central licenses. You can continue using Navision or GP or SL, but later on you will have the option to avail discount for Business Central licenses. Honestly, it could not get better than this. The offer is valid for 1 year. To make the benefits of this offer more evident, especially if you are considering an upgrade to Business Central, I have shown a comparison of licensing cost with and without offer in the next slide. So as you can see, if you take advantage of the offer, a normal Business Central Essential license, which otherwise cost $97, would only cost you $39. Similarly, the Business Central Premium license, which normally cost $138, will only cost you $59. And if we talk about Business Central Team Member license, it would also be available at a discounted price of just $4. I hope you found it useful. This also brings us to the end of this webinar. However, before we sign off, we will be live for a few minutes to answer the questions that you have. We did receive some of the questions during the webinar. We answered them through the chat window, but we are open to take on more questions. If you have anything, please feel free to drop the questions.
Thanks for joining. We've got a lot of questions in the chat window, but I would like to address three questions which was more or less recurring. So first of all, the question which was the most recurring, how much time will it take to upgrade? So the timing depends on what your current system and what current state are you in, what version are you in. It's dependent on multiple factors. We have discussed the four factors, four major factors that affects that. We To answer this on a general level, it could take well within 1 month to 6 months based on the data or the complexity of the project. But on at best we have done projects in within 15 days as well, because they were pretty standard and they were using the standard system, and I'm talking with data. So you can do if you're using standard system, it should require somewhere between to safe to say about 4 weeks of deployment. uh, One more question that I've got two or three people asking: how can I get access to trial versions? Is there any trial available? You can contact us on we'll display our contact information on the last slide. You can contact us and we can arrange a trial version for you to access. So yeah, here it is. Here our contact information is displayed. So you can contact us and we can get you access to the trial versions. Uh, One more question. Does it require any special effort to deploy mobility? It does not. You can simply download the Business Central apps. You can, if you have your phone in your hand, you can probably go to App Store or Play Store if you have Android and search Business Central. You will get the app there directly. You need your Office 365 credentials to log in, and it is directly linked because it's a SaaS platform. So there is no any special or extra effort to deploy the mobility as such. I think we have 5 more minutes. Let us see if we can address more questions. One recurring question. What are the pros and cons of doing a upgrade or re-implementation? Look, in general, if you're using more or less the standard system, we recommend a data migration. There is no pro or con. It's how best you are utilizing your current system. If you don't have too much clutter, if you don't want to clean up your system that much, and that is all taken care of, and it depends on agenda of customer to customer. uh, if your agenda is not that, we always say you can go ahead with upgrading of data, because that's what most of our customers prefer. But fresh implementation is usually when there is a lot of clutter. The implementation that you have currently is not based on your requirements. You don't feel it's you feel that it could be better. So in that case, we try to do a short requirement gathering session from you and try to gauge if your implementation is optimized, or based on best practices. Then we recommend if you should go with fresh implementation or a data upgrade. So it all depends. Every customer is unique. It all depends on your requirements. For some people, going data could be a huge drawback. For some customers, going without data with data is a huge advantage. So it depends on customer to customer. There is one more question. What is the approach for custom changes, which in a way 3 or 4 different people have asked. So it depends on what customization that you have done. Usually, if it's a useful and a business critical customization, our approach is to upgrading that to the newer version. So it actually depends. You can contact us at info@dynamicsquare.com, or call us at the number flashing on the screen, and we can answer your questions specific uh, to this. You can also drop in if you have more questions on the live chat as well.
It seems we do not have more generic or recurring questions now. Thank you for answering those questions, Sahil. We have got some business specific questions which we prefer to answer one to one. That would make more sense. And we would be wrapping this session off now. I want to thank you all for your time today. But before we sign off, I would also like to inform you that we will be sharing this webinar recording with you. And if you are interested, you can reply us on the same, and we would be happy to arrange a configured demonstration of the Business Central solution to you based on your business processes and requirement. We believe that would really be helpful. And so this is once again, thanks everyone for the time. And this is Dynamic Square signing off. Thank you.